Hey young blood, I'm Chris LaFont, and this is Movie Time with Chris, the channel devoted specifically to movies, movie trailer reactions, movie reviews, movie birthdays, with a few other special videos along the way. Now, if that's what you like, if you like trailer reactions, movie reviews, go ahead, subscribe to this channel. Today, we're doing a movie review for Uncle Drew. Let's get started. Let's just start with the beginning of this movie. I like the whole thing where they have all the actual stars, Dikembe Mutombo, Steve Nash, Chris Mullin, David Robinson, all these people there talking about Uncle Drew. And, even though he's not a real person, it was reminiscent of Spike Lee's He Got Game with Denzel Washington and Ray Allen as Jesus Shuttlesworth. And you had all those stars at the beginning talking about, you had Shaquille O'Neal, Reggie Miller, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, all talking about Jesus Shuttlesworth and how great he was. It was reminiscent of that with this movie. So I like that whole start to it. And, I'm not from the city, but I'm from New York. And I've heard and know about the Rucker. And I mean, I've known about it, I don't even know how long, since I saw Rebound with, oh my God, I just drew a blank on his name. Don Cheadle, who was playing Earl the Goat Manigault, the original goat. And it's a big deal. This is, where everybody, legends, have played there. NBA All-Stars, some of the 50 greatest players of all time have played there. It's iconic. And, I like the concept of the movie. The whole fact of old school versus new school. Because, I don't know, I used to be a huge basketball fan. I mean, once upon a time, I used to watch professional and college basketball. I used to, in my summers, I would wake up and go to basketball camp. And then after basketball camp, I would come home and either play basketball with my friends or go to practice, or I had a game for my summer league. My life was basketball. But that's really fallen off. I don't even watch games anymore. I couldn't tell you the players that are in the league, except for that LeBron James, and people talk about him like he's the greatest thing ever. Is he a talented basketball player? Yes. But he's not a very nice person. I've run into him twice. He's not very nice. That makes him not a great basketball player in my book. But, the way the game used to be played way back, where you had Reggie Miller and his flailing about, and Dennis Rodman, the Worm, infamous for tying people up and getting a foul called on them. You can't do that now in the game. You're not allowed to flail about, or you just can't do anything. They took the fun out of it. It's like, if I want to watch basketball now, I might as well just go to a random park and watch some kids play street ball, because it's going to be the kind of basketball that I remember. Like in the movie, there's a scene where they're in the tournament. One of the other team guys claims he got fouled. And Preacher, who's Chris Webber, is like, ain't no blood, ain't no foul. That's how I used to play growing up. You know, me and my best friend, my next door neighbor, we used to play all the time. It's not a foul unless you're on the floor bleeding. It's street ball, you know? And a lot of people are just, they're about them, you know? They're like LeBron, they're about them. He was in Cleveland, then he went to Miami because he wanted to win a championship, and then they started to split up, so he went back to Cleveland to try to win a championship. It's about him. It's not about the team, you know? And like Uncle Drew says in the movie, you know, Gladys will be nothing without the Pitts. You need everyone. And I like that. I like that it shows, hey, teamwork. Sometimes making the other person look good is better than trying to do it yourself. And, you know, I can't even put it towards the exact line from White Man Can't Jump, but Woody Harrelson had a line in there where it's about race, but today's game, it's not. It's people would rather look good first and win second, whereas old school would rather win first and look good second. And I mean, don't get me wrong, this movie, it's got a few younger stars, but it's got Reggie Miller, again, Chris Webber, Shaquille O'Neal, people that, you know, when I was younger were in the league, and they don't try to look pretty, they just do what they do. And I don't know. It shows. You know, Uncle Drew tries to make the point, but he's like that, you know? This trying to look good the whole time. But I mean, it works because he's got a great supporting cast. But it just pulled me away from the sport. And when the NBA started to do strikes because they weren't getting enough money or whatever, you guys are getting paid millions of dollars to play a game. I get it. You're away from your families. It puts a strain on your body. But it's still a game. I don't know. It just pulled me away from it. You know, when these guys wanted to be paid millions of dollars a year. Michael Jordan won his first 3 championships. He was only getting paid $4 million a year. Sorry. The rest of his money was from endorsements. You know, he didn't need the big bucks. And a lot of the stuff just pulled me away from the game. So I don't watch it. I don't follow it. But I liked this whole concept in this movie, old school versus new school. Showing these young players, hey, this is how we did it back then. And, you know, these new guys that are, you know, in the movie, in the final game for the championship, you know, the coach for the opposing team, not Uncle Drew's team, he's constantly like, hey, isn't that a foul? Isn't that a foul? That's what the game is now, you know? It's almost like they've gone soft. And, you know, it's not the NFL, it's not football, it's basketball. But they've all gone soft. I don't know. It's just, It's not the same. But the movie, again, great point about that. And the cast is unbelievable. They're funny. Reggie Miller being blind, trying to make the shots at Dave and Buster's in the little basketball game. He's hitting bricks, but he's like, yeah, I got the high score, you know? Oh, man, it's great, you know? Nate Robinson, they're at the club, hold my beer. And they start breakdancing. And Shaquille O'Neal, man, he says it in the movie. Actually, I think it was in the end credits. I don't know. It's somewhere in there. He says it. Come a long way from Kazan. It's so true. He was horrible in that movie. And oh, it was a good time. Good laughs, you know. And some of the lines in the movie are so true, you know. I can't remember what movie it was recently, but they were saying it, but you don't stop playing because you get old. You get old because you stop playing. That was in Tag, that's right. So, you know, like, that's so true. You got to stay young at heart, and you'll stay young. And also, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That doesn't relate to basketball only. That relates to everything. You missed 100% of the shots you don't take. So this movie was deep, inspirationally. The concept, I hope, is going to bring some light to the fact that the game is not played the same as it used to be. And they really need to go back to that because that was entertaining. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people just may not follow the game as much as they used to. I feel like the NBA almost needs to be saved again. It needs another Johnson-Bird rivalry, you know? But, hey, that's the NBA. That's a different thing. Uncle Drew in theaters. Unbelievable. Check it out. You are going to laugh. Laugh. Shaquille O'Neal is unbelievably funny in this movie. The line when he hits Uncle Drew and Uncle Drew's like, that cheap shot's the only free throw you ever made. I love that they can make jokes about Shaquille O'Neal's free throws and how he could not shoot a free throw for his life. It's a good time. It's a good time. If you enjoyed basketball back in, you know, the late 80s, all through the 90s, if you enjoyed that, you're going to enjoy this movie. You're going to love it. If you're from New York and you know the story of the Rucker, you're really going to enjoy it. The pictures at the beginning of the movie, you know, I've seen some of those pictures before. Actual pictures of competition at the Rucker. It's in everyone's, you know, mind and heart up there in New York. But check the movie out for yourself. Let me know what you think. And hey, find me on Instagram, Movie Time with Chris. Again, just letting you know what I'm working on, videos that have been out. It's kind of like I like to say it's the trailer to my actual channel. So check it out. If you like it, come back to the channel, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. You're not going to regret it. You know, you're going to get content about movie trailers that come out, movies that are out. You know, people can talk bad about Movie Pass, but I got Movie Pass. I get to go to the movies as much as I want. So I'm constantly checking out these new movies. I'm going to be doing reviews on them. So you're not going to miss anything. You're going to get that information. You're going to get a review before you go check it out at the theater. So it's a win-win for everyone. So go ahead, help yourself, help me, and subscribe. Share the video with your friends. You guys are going to get a good laugh out of it together. And hey, any questions, a topic you want to hear about, a video you want to see, go ahead and email me, movietimewithchris@gmail.com. And I'm going to check that multiple times a day. I checked that email just today, maybe 6 times. So I'm not going to miss your message. Your question, the topic you want to hear about may just pop up. Actually, who am I kidding? It will pop up in a future video. So go ahead, pop that question out. Let's have a conversation, Let's make this 2-way, not just 1-way. And yeah, that's really it. So till next time, take care.